Now on Radio 4, our afternoon drama based on a true life story.
Frankie Goes To Flensburg by Jennifer Howarth.
I'm Frankie, like Frank Sinatra. The Bobby Soxers called him Frankie, and that's what my folks called me. We even share the same birthday. Major Frank Howarth, Royal Artillery. I married my Edie on the day war broke out. No particular significance in that, lots of people did it. Sunday afternoon in Sheffield, St Mary's, Attercliffe. Everything was ready for the following Thursday, but there was a bit of a panic on, so we decided to move things along. Not that I'm from Sheffield. I'm a Barnsley boy. Barnsley Grammar School, 1923 to 1927. All Edie and I wanted was stability, happiness and peace of mind. It wasn't that straightforward.
Well, Major Howarth, how do you explain it?
Sir?
The harbour. You're the Royal Artillery officer in charge of the big guns. A bloody U-boat. What happened?
I wasn't on duty at the time, sir.
You were in charge of the battery, damn it. You carry the can. A ruddy U-boat near the harbour? Don't care what actually happened. You're the one to blame.
Sir?
Court-martialing offence, you know.
Sir?
Something has to be seen to be done, Howarth.
Sir?
You could be relieved of your rank, you know.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir.
I shall flaming well hope so. Oh, you're a good officer, Howarth, but I have to be seen doing something about you.
Sir?
So, in my infinite mercy, I'm sending you off on a special course.
Sir?
Get you out of the way. Get you out of here. Get you away from the big guns.
Sir?
You were a lawyer in civilian life.
Sir?
Some high-ups in the government to set up a special course. They're trying to get things ready for when we win. You're volunteering for this course, Howarth. Understand?
Understood. Sir?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I expect you're wondering what you're all doing in this school hall in the middle of nowhere in the middle of a war. Well, I'm here to enlighten you. You, Major, what did you do in civilian life?
I was a detective inspector in Coventry, sir.
You, Major, what did you do?
I was a solicitor in private practice in Barnsley, sir.
You, sir?
Detective Sergeant in Stoke-on-Trent, sir.
And you?
Barrister in the Inns of Court, sir.
Notice anything, gentlemen? Of course you do. All lawyers or members of the police force. I'll tell you why you're here, and not back with your units. Not to tempt fortune, but with luck and our allies, we're going to win this war. And when we do, we'll find ourselves on the continent and in the middle of an unholy, bloody mess. Don't fool yourselves. When we invade, we don't know what we'll find, but the certainty is that it'll be absolute mayhem. And it'll be our job to help those that survive get back on their feet.
Oh, no, sir.
Yes, I know. Yes, we all want to blast the Germans into smithereens for everything they've done. But take the long view. We can't kill every single man, woman and child in Germany or put them all in prison. How would we manage it? Where would we put them? Who'd organize it? Who'd pay for it? It's just not possible. In our own interests, we've got to get their society back on its feet.
No, leave them where they are, sir.
Look at it logically. Please. When the war is well and truly over, we don't want to stay in Germany, do we? We don't want to spend the rest of our lives trying to keep them under control, keep them in prison, punish them forever. That way madness lies. The only answer is to restore the rule of law. And that's why you're here. You're policemen, you're lawyers, and you're all going to Germany. You're the men who are going to organize the peace.
This is the BBC Home Service. Here is a special bulletin read by John Snagg. D-Day has come. Early this morning, the Allies began the assault on the northwestern face of Hitler's European fortress. The first official news came just after 9:30.
April 30th, 1945, and 11 months after D-Day. Dearest Edie, Oh, to be in Holland now that April's here. We were tiptoeing through the tulips in brilliant sunshine 3 days ago without tunics. Today it's snowing, viciously, and we're wearing greatcoats sitting indoors. I'm sitting with Bert Barry, Captain Barry. He's a police inspector from London, and we're learning by sheer necessity to be self-supporting out here. At least we weren't sent to the Far East. Northwest Europe has to be better than Japan, doesn't it?
You got any idea how long we'll be stuck in this bit of Holland, Frankie?
Not a clue, Bert.
How are you getting on with those legal books?
Okay. And you?
Not so bad. What about the German handbook?
Can't be bothered. Haven't the energy. They'll all have to bloody well speak English.
Well, roll on, Germany. At least we'll be able to get hold of some things we want. Not like here. It's a bit basic here.
The Dutch are okay. Not that friendly. Just a bit dazed. They've lost a lot.
I can't believe the Krauts took carpets and bedsteads with them.
Lamps, door locks. Poor buggers left with nothing. Roll on Germany, eh? Bet they've got plenty there.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, and of Grand Admiral Dönitz, the designated head of the German state, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied Expeditionary Force.
Well, where the hell's all this wine appeared from, Frankie?
Search me, Bert. I think they've been saving it for the peace. I can't drink anymore or I'll be sick. Hold these tulips, will you?
Christ almighty, where'd you get these?
Some woman in the crowd. Beautiful, aren't they? Wish I could send them back to Edie.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Steady on, mate.
Oh, thank God bless you. How can we ever thank you?
Blimey, Frankie, I'll be crying in a minute.
Why not, Bert? We'll never see this again.
God! What's that? Some of the buggers are shooting for joy!
Stop them now or someone will get hurt. On the road again, Edie. And it's May the 8th. We're driving right into northwest Germany. We're lorry number 13 in the convoy. And in our detachment there's the OC, me, I'm the legal officer, Bert Barry, our policeman, and Sergeant Joe Bristow, our driver. When we get to our destination, wherever it is, we've to organise military government until the occupying government is established. Lots of the buildings here are absolutely flattened. Does my heart good to see it. Payback time at last. We live pretty hard. Cook our meals where we can and when we can. At night we go to a German house. Tell the people to get out. Stay the night there and then get on with our journey. The people here have only learned of the surrender in the last few hours, and we've hundreds of Germans coming to surrender to us.
Sorry, mate. Can't do anything.
Why the hell don't they take a pot shot at us?
Search me. Too tired, demoralised, and want to get home.
Get to the cages! The cages! Over there! The POW cages! Over there! Surrender there!
We drive past cages containing hundreds and thousands of German prisoners. They look the super race now, I don't think. Broken in body and soul. Only too anxious to surrender. Conquered race, all right. Thank the Lord.
What's happening, Frankie?
Can't really see. There's some jeeps up front. I think the OC's coming.
Major Howarth, Captain Barry, get down here.
Sir?
Get your kit out and come with me. See that jeep over there? Sergeant Bristow's already in it. Join him.
Where are we going, sir?
A place called Flensburg. It's on the Danish border.
Oh, never heard of it.
Well, that's where you're going, and you three will be on your own. My orders are to stay with this lot. You've to make contact once you've got there.
Are there any German troops in Flensburg?
Don't know. Possibly.
Well, they know they've surrendered.
Probably. But you've got to go on ahead and do what you've been trained to do.
Military government, then civil government.
Those are the orders.
The three of us. Nobody else?
Got it in one. I understand the Navy's on its way. Maybe the RAF. The Army will march in as soon as we can. Till then, you're on your own. If there are any high-ups, leave them to us. Just get on with organising the court.
How big's Flensburg, sir?
Big as Barnsley?
Bigger. Think Newcastle. There's a naval college. It's right on the Baltic. We'll get there as soon as the orders come through. Good luck.
Just the three of us, sir.
Why? Do you think you can manage with two?
Well, Bert, it's as if we might be here. No signs, but I reckon this is Flensburg.
Bloody hell, what are they all doing? Where are all those German staff cars going?
God alone knows, in the opposite direction, thank the Lord. Keep driving, Sergeant. Keep those blistering pedestrians out of the road.
Yes, Major. They're all ruddy Nazis. Look what they're wearing.
Well, you can see. Leather coats, swastika armbands, just like the pictures.
Well, what do we do? They look bloody frightening.
Nothing we can do. Keep on driving, Sergeant. Thank your lucky stars, no one's taking any notice of us.
Where to, Major?
Keep on this main road. Find the town centre. Find a hotel.
A hotel?
What else? The OC said to establish a base and report back. Can't commandeer a private house in this place. They'd be lynchers.
So why the hell aren't they shooting at us? Do you think we ought to stop them leaving?
3 of us against all of them.
Well, what do we do?
Well, we were told we'd make base and try and radio back. Get your pistols ready. Pretend we're in command.
We are in command, aren't we?
Here. Sergeant, stop right here.
The Hotel Majestic?
The Hotel Majestic.
Where else?
Shall I stay with the vehicle, sir?
Good God, no. We'll all stick together.
You.
Me?
Yes, you. Speak and see English.
Little.
You. Stay here with car. Understand?
Yeah.
Anything happens to this Jeep, and I'll shoot. Gun. Here. Understand?
Verstehen Sie?
Yeah. Sir. Understand.
All pistols out?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Well, Edie, the hotel foyer was deserted except for a very old man at the reception desk. He put his hands up as we walked in.
What's he saying?
Damned if I know, but I think he's surrendering.
I surrender. I surrender.
Okay, hands down. Hands down.
Bloody hell, Frankie, I can't cope with this. He's like my granddad.
Zimmer, rooms. Zimmer, schnell.
Okay. American, Ruski, English.
English, for heaven's sake. Verstehen. English.
English, BBC.
What's got into him? We look like the BBC.
Yeah, BBC.
9 BBC, oh, forget it. Zimmer. Gross, Zimmer, schnell!
Yeah. Gross, Zimmer. And no funny business.
Yeah. Come.
Bert, you and I'll go first. You got our backs, Bristow. Guns ready, okay?
Okay.
I felt like something out of a film, Edie. Walking up a very grand staircase holding a gun in front of me. We followed the old man onto the landing and waited while he unlocked a magnificent pair of double doors.
Good garden stuff. It's the bridal suite.
The old man thrust the huge keys into my hands and scarpered off downstairs.
We better get that door locked.
Not till we've checked. I'll do the windows. Shut the shutters. There's a balcony outside.
There's another door here, sir.
Careful, you don't know what's behind it.
All clear. Bathroom and lavatory.
There's nothing under the bed.
Bloody big bed. Never seen anything like it.
I'm knackered.
Secure the door first. Get that chest of drawers across it. Give me a hand.
Now what?
Radio back to base. Is there running water in that bathroom?
Yes, sir.
Got all your stuff?
All present and correct, sir.
Then let's have a brew up. Keep your gun on that door, Bert.
Right.
I'll try and get hold of someone at headquarters. But I had no luck, Edie. There we were, holed up in a bridal suite in a very grand hotel, dog-tired and not sure what to do. We were 3 soldiers in a town swarming with Nazis, and we badly needed some guidance. We'd better try and get some sleep. I'll take the first guard duty, then you, Sergeant, then you, Bert.
Who the hell's that?
God alone knows. What are we going to do? stand aside. They could shoot through the door, revolvers ready, okay? Stop that, or I'll shoot! Verstehen? Shoot!
Don't shoot! I'm English!
Who? Wer ist da?
Edward Ward, BBC. I'm English!
What the? Who?
Edward Ward! BBC, let me in.
Oh, it sounds okay to me.
Come in with your hands up. Bert, watch the door. Help me get this thing out of the way, Sergeant. Gun ready, Bert.
I'm Edward Ward, your correspondent, BBC. I've got my papers.
Put them through the door, and then get your hands up. Outside there was a toff, just like something out of the Magnet or the Gem. Standing there with his hands up. A real lord, as it happens. Son of a viscount. A proper gentleman. What do you make of these, Bert?
Look okay to me.
And me. Hands down. Squeeze in.
Oh, am I glad to see you.
Frank Howarth, Major, Royal Artillery. Captain Barry, Sergeant Bristow.
Thank heaven you chaps have turned up at last.
What do you mean?
Where are the rest of you billeted?
There's no rest, Mr. Ward. We're it. We're the lot.
You're joking.
He's not. We're all there is until the army catches up with us. Probably march in ceremonially heaven knows when. We're just an advance party. The Navy here yet?
Well, I've not seen them.
Bloody hell.
It's just the three of you, no one else?
That's right.
Oh, my giddy aunt. Well, what are you planning to do?
Try and get hold of headquarters, barricade the doors. Get some sleep. Radio every half hour until we get through. We've no orders apart from just getting here. We've been trained for the peace. It's our job to establish law and order.
What? With a town full of Nazis?
That's it.
I can't believe it.
Mr. Ward, we're waiting for further orders. Until we get them, we've got to get some rest. We've been driving for 3 days without stopping, and if we don't get some sleep, we'll be good for sweet FA.
Well, I take my hat off to you. You do know who's here, don't you?
What do you mean?
Well, the Phantom Government, Hitler's successors, they're all here. Admiral Dönitz, Field Marshal Keitel.
Hitler's successors? Here? In this town? In Flensburg? You're joking.
Far from it.
Bloody hell. What do we do, sir?
They know there's an armistice, don't they?
Oh, yes. The Canadian Air Force flew in and took Keitel, von Friedelberg and General Stonk to Berlin to sign the surrender agreement. Then they brought them back here.
How do you know this?
Got here yesterday. Been asking round a bit. Getting ready to broadcast back home. It's my job to know.
Oh, Christ. Well, what do we do?
The army's on its way. The Navy shall be here soon. We've just got to get our orders. I'll keep trying headquarters. Have to get through sometime. But it was so late, Edie. 4 in the morning and no sleep for 3 days that we were sick with tiredness. Ward went off to find out what he could. We lay down with our revolvers under our pillows, took it in turn to stand guard. Nobody troubled us. No one seemed bothered. We got up at dawn and the poor sod who'd been guarding our jeep was still there, nearly dead with cold. We dismissed him and kept on trying to contact the OC at headquarters.
Hello, BBC. This is Edward Ward reporting from right outside the main entrance to the Führer's headquarters in Flensburg. The scene here is almost indescribable. I arrived at the gate and a sentry waved me in. Outside was a milling crowd of high German officers getting into their staff cars, baggage being taken out. Admirals, field marshals, generals, a whole series of magnificent uniforms, and they none of them appear to know what is happening or what they're doing. As I went through the gate, Field Marshal Keitel walked out. No British troops in sight, but no one's taking any notice of me. And this outside the headquarters of the German Supreme Command. Inside the building is a scene of almost wild confusion. Generals, admirals, high Air Force officers are jostling each other, and down the corridors come orderlies carrying suitcases, big packages of personal effects and other belongings. The only people who appear really calm in this place are the 2 German sentries who are standing, I see them as I'm talking now, standing outside the main gate, absolutely impassive and calm, like 2 idols.
At last I get through to the OC.
What did you say, Frank? Keitel? Dönitz?
Flensburg's swarming with Nazis, sir. This BBC chap's actually seen the remnants of the German government holed up in some castle on the hill. What should we do?
Blimey, O'Reilly. Are you in danger?
Well, anyone could take a pot shot at us if they liked. I don't know why they don't. We couldn't stop them.
Can you hold on till the Navy arrive?
Have to, sir, but when are they coming?
Should be there now.
No sign of sailors, no sign of allies, just us and this chap from the BBC. He's at the headquarters. I mean, what should we do? Should we go? Should we try and arrest them? This BBC chap says they're all getting ready to leave. Do you want us to try and stop them?
Don't think you could. 3 of you, dozens of them. Real big beasts. The biggest. They won't get far. The army's well on its way.
Thank heaven, sir.
We'll push on immediately. Be with you as soon as we can.
What about our orders, sir?
Don't go near Nazi headquarters. Take charge of the town. Make yourselves noticed. Commandeer an important building. We're the winning side, remember? Make sure the Germans know it. Don't let them get away. You can't tackle the big beasts on your own, but you can get weaving with the law and order. I'll be with you before you can say knife.
Admirals, field marshals, generals, the phantom German government. Arrest them, Edie. Not on your Nelly. But if he'd have asked me, I'd have done it. Orders are orders. I can't tell you how relieved I was to talk to the OC.
Well, what now, Frankie?
Drive to the main square, take over the most imposing building we can find, turf everybody out. Start listing all the civilians. Following the OC's orders, we drove to the main square, commandeered the civic centre and installed ourselves behind a magnificent mahogany table in the main reception room. Sergeant Bristow manned the entrance, and before we knew it there was an almost silent queue which went out of the door and right round the building. We started making an inventory of everyone who came to see us. Names, addresses, occupations. Bert and I rubber-stamped every piece of official paper anyone brought in. Name and age?
Walther. Fritz Walther.
Address?
15 Königstrasse.
Papers?
Hier, Major. Dankeschön.
How long do you think we can go on like this, Frankie? No proper HQ, no billets, no interpreters, no backup. And thank God the Germans like queuing. I didn't think they'd be so biddable.
Rather us than the Russians, as far as they're concerned.
We can't go near the real high-ups, and we don't even know who's in charge in the town.
We are. Got to get on with it. We've got no choice. As soon as the troops arrive, we'll have to be tough and start turning them out of their houses. We'll need the billets. I don't mind about the men, but I hate turning the women and children out of their homes. Next.
By golly, this one's a real Bobby Dazzler.
Name?
Spiel. Dagmar Spiel.
Address?
103 Grosse Strasse.
Papers?
Here you are, Major.
You speak English?
Yes, Captain. I attended an English school in Switzerland before the war. My English is fluent. Possibly I could be of some use to you.
Possibly. We're going to need interpreters for our line spiel.
Careful, Frankie. 5th column in order.
I understand, Captain. I shall try and bring other papers.
Hey, Jump! Captain!
Look, Frankie. Mr. Ward's here.
Good news! Reinforcements.
Thank the Lord. Where are they?
In the port. The Navy's here.
How in heaven's name do you always seem to be on the spot?
My job, Captain Barry. Just my job.
A party of British sailors had pulled in off a ship, and I'd never been so pleased in all of my life.
Major Frank Howarth, sir. Royal Artillery.
Am I glad to see you?
Where's the rest of your outfit?
On the road, sir. It was just me, the captain, and the sergeant.
Unbelievable. Just 3, are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Only 3. And the remainder of the German government up the hill?
Yes, sir. The Second Army's on its way. Are you here to help?
Afraid not, old boy. We're here to stop the bloody Soviets taking over the port. Thought a damn big cruiser might put them off. Good luck with winning the war. Be seeing you.
Even so, I felt as though I could have hugged them all. I've never been so happy. Being here alone has been the scariest thing I think I've ever experienced. And a few hours later, the OC arrived with an armoured infantry brigade. It was more exciting than Edgar Wallace, Edie. I never could have believed it.
Howarth, Barry, well done so far. Now the fun begins.
Sir?
Rounding up the leaders.
The Nazis?
Not the very top dogs, not yet. They know what the score is. They'll stay at the HQ. Wait for more important Wallace than us. It's the city bigwigs and the high-ranking SS men for us. Haven't got the backup for the really top men yet.
What are we to do, sir?
Take the jeep and the driver. Find the Oberbürgermeister if you can. It's my guess he'll be holed up at the rat house.
Then what?
Arrest him. Bring him back here.
Yes,
sir.
Well, what on earth are we doing?
Our duty.
Well, it doesn't seem real. No one will ever believe this back home. If we survive, that is.
Where is that ruddy rat house? When we arrived, Edie, we left the jeep outside with the driver. We walked up the steps, pistols in hand, Sergeant Bristow guarding our backs. We went into a really grand entrance hall, and there, waiting for us, were 3 tall, arrogant men. The Oberbürgermeister and 2 SS men.
Mein Herren, how can I help you?
I think he's been over polite.
Stuff that. We're the ones who've won.
Sprechen Sie English?
Of course. What are you doing here? What do you want?
Das sind keinen hochrangigen Offizier.
I think he's saying something about our ranks not being important.
Das sind Sie bestimmt nicht.
I've had enough of this. Stop the chirruping, matey. Speak English.
Listen to this. We're here to arrest you. Hand a hock.
You heard us. Hands up. Now.
Get their guns, Sergeant.
Sir, come on, hand them over. No funny business.
Ich protestiere. Where is your commanding officer?
You'll meet him soon enough. Now turn around. And you, and you.
You have no authority to do this.
Got the gun, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Move, all of you. Get outside. Get in the jeep. Bert, Sergeant, if they don't get a move on, clip them round the ear.
I protest.
So do I. Ich protestieren.
That's enough. Speak bloody English!
Rapes. That hurt.
You've broken his jaw, Bert.
Lost his jaw? What about my hand?
Never mind about your hand. All in the jeep. Shoot! We drove back to the HQ, our pistols in our prisoners' backs, and when we arrived, there was only the cook there. He said the OC had gone off to arrest the chiefs of police.
Well, what do we do with this lot?
Keep them covered and try and find some way of getting rid of them.
This is not acceptable. I demand to see your commanding officer.
Who cares what you want, Fritz? Just stand there and keep stum, or you'll end up like your SS pal over there.
I demand to see your commanding officer.
Put a sock in it and be quiet. Remember who's got the guns.
Remember who's won.
You won't believe it, Edie, but I sat in the office, covering all 3 with my pistol, while Bert, the cook, and the driver went out to look for a British patrol. Thank heavens they found some RAF lads who took the prisoners off to the airfield. I felt like someone in a spy film or a thriller.
So, you're officially in the British Second Army now? That's what you wanted, isn't it?
You bet we did. Conquering heroes.
Place isn't ours until we kick out that phony government mob up in the castle.
Those bandits.
Anyone fancy another pint?
Oh, please, Captain Barry. I like this German beer.
You, Frankie?
I thought you'd never ask.
So, why won't the OC go up and arrest the lot of them?
Thinks they're too dangerous. He hasn't enough backup. We've not seen you for a bit. What have you been up to?
Rather harsh. And you?
Here we are.
Well, we've far too much to do.
Now I've got to find interpreters, recruit new staff, close the post office, close the law courts, set up new courts, deal with inquiries, organise the administration. Yeah, I think that's about it.
So not busy, then?
Busy? You just try running the camps for displaced foreigners.
Many of them?
Over 3,000.
Oh, heavens.
But we took them some food and they hugged us and nearly tore off our arms with their handshakes. It's pitiful.
Oh, God knows what they've been through.
Whatever else I do, I swear these poor sods are going to live well, even if every blasted German in Flensburg starves as a result.
Quite right.
What's happened to them is shocking. Bloody Nazis, got plenty to answer for.
And treated worse than animals. They keep saying Anglais, mon ami. They all say it, whatever nationality they are. Poor devils.
3,000? How on earth will you cope?
With a Belgian camp leader worth his weight in gold. Used to be a ship's steward. Speaks half a dozen languages. He helps with the food, clothes, billets. Thank the Lord.
Your OC? What's he up to?
Dealing with the police. Got a great nose for arresting Nazis and the Gestapo, who've all gone into hiding. Funny how the uniforms have vanished off the streets since the army arrived.
What do you make of them, off the record?
Nazis. Arrogant bastards.
SS?
Thugs.
Brawn, not brain.
Gestapo?
Sly sods. Creepy.
Hitler Youth?
Dangerous. Magnificent specimens, though. Only trained to think about war. Bred to be a super race.
Thank the Almighty they lost.
Do you think you'll ever get any rest from all this? Get back home?
Heaven knows. But Bert and I have been given cars.
Great.
28 horsepower Mercedes-Benz, blue and black.
No blooming time to use them, though.
No, you'll find time, don't worry.
Well, Edie, the peacetime work starts now. I sit behind a glass partition and control the office. It's a bit like a very rich bank, with walnut panelling. Very palatial. The OC's got a separate place, and it's too magnificent for words. We've got 4 interpreters, a German scientist who's lived in America, and a member of the Yugoslav legation in Berlin who speaks 7 languages. They've both been in a concentration camp in Bavaria for the last 5 years. Excellent men. We've 2 war widows we found in an internment camp, an American and one from Flamborough Head, would you believe? Both hate the Nazis, but because they've lived here for so long, they speak good German. We're also interviewing interpreter clerks, men and women. Some of the women are very attractive.
Your name?
Dagmar Spiel, Major.
I know you, don't I? Haven't we met before?
In the town hall, Major, when you first arrived.
You know what job I'm interviewing you for?
Clerk interpreter, I believe, sir.
It says here you've experience of working in accounts.
Yes. Before the war, I worked in an international bank in Geneva.
How many languages do you speak?
7. But my father was especially anxious I should be fluent in English.
Why English in particular?
He always called England God's own country.
You've been there?
Never. But I hope to go. And my father was there before the war. He was a very important man. We were very well off.
Where's your father now?
He and my mother are both dead. Concentration camps.
I'm sorry.
I was in one for the last 2 years. We are Jews, Major. I'm lucky to be alive.
The Germans have a lot to answer for.
Ordinary Germans? No. Me? I'm proud to be German. It's the Nazis. We hate the Nazis.
Well, chaps, here's the news. Applications are invited from groups 1 to 26 if you want to stay on in Germany. As you know, some of us are due to get out before Christmas. And you could be one of them. As long as you don't elect to stay on here.
Well, what do you think, Frankie? You want to stay on?
Not on your Nelly. No.
I'm with you. Too much paperwork. The army's chair-bound now.
England's the best place for me. Proud to be British. Reckon nothing to most of these foreigners.
Do you think we've a chance of getting home before Christmas, sir?
Not a chance, Sunbeam. You're too useful for me to let you go.
Well, thank you very much for asking, sir.
My pleasure.
Oh, there's some very pretty girls here, though. That new secretary of yours.
Fräulein Spiel.
That's her. Dagmar. She's a piece of work, Frankie, old chum.
Well, Edie, I'm glad to say I like and trust everyone at work. It's different in our mess, though. We found a nice house, and my room's quite comfortable. But there's no hot water because there's no coal. But I can't say how much I dislike our new servants. All women, and I don't trust any of them. The OC runs the mess, and he's engaged them. I keep all my valuables locked up. They're pinching things, but the OC won't admit he's wrong. I keep my door locked. I won't have any of these bloody foreigners making my bed. My driver will look after me.
Makes you proud to be British, doesn't it?
The surrender celebration? You bet.
Planes, the tanks, Union Jacks. It's great.
It's funny. The Tommies look tall and all the Germans look small.
Oh, hang on, Frankie. Is that your Fräulein Spiel coming over?
Ah, Major Howarth, Captain Barry, this must be a wonderful day for you.
It certainly is. We never thought this day had come.
Neither did we.
If you'll excuse me a second, there's someone I need to speak to over there. Miss Spiel?
Captain Barry? He seems rather anxious to get away. Have I done something?
Not at all.
Never mind. It will be very pleasant to pass some time with you, apart from work.
Yes, it will.
I wonder, Major, what do you think of Germany now that you've got here?
Truthfully?
Of course, truthfully.
Well, certain things puzzle me, if you want to know.
Yes?
I can't get over how beautiful some of the boys and girls are. Proper blondes. Really magnificent. Can't help feeling Hitler really was breeding a super race.
Am I not so beautiful in England?
Good God, no. But everyone here looks so well fed and well clothed. Better than I expected.
Are you missing England very much?
Well, yes. But the longer I'm here, the more everything at home seems sort of distant. Edie, my wife, writes about what she's doing and what the babies are doing, and it just doesn't seem real anymore.
I think maybe that's bound to happen. You're a long way away and you're still very tired.
I suppose so.
You need a rest. Will you get any time off?
Maybe an afternoon or two?
Well, what will you do? I know nice places you can go, Major.
Bert and I have been given the use of a couple of cars. We could drive out into the country.
Denmark's not far. It's lovely. And there's been no war to speak of there.
Splendid idea. When shall we go?
We, Major?
Yes.
No, Major Howarth. Well, I don't think that would be suitable, would it?
Don't see why not.
Fine display, don't you think, Howarth? Can I have a word? Excuse us for that. He's a bit of all right, old chap.
So,
anyway, enough of this collaborating with the enemy. To business. Now we've shown them who's in charge, it's time for the really big ones. We're going to deal with the rest of the government up in their hoity-toity castle.
You said they were too important for us. Sir.
Never mind what I said, Major. We've got plenty of backup now. Let's just have a poke around in that phony government building of theirs and have some fun. We've earned a treat, don't you think?
Hello, BBC. This is Edward Ward speaking from what was the German government headquarters in Flensburg. I have just seen nearly all the members of the phantom German government being marched out of the building with their hands clasped behind their heads. The British soldiers have lined them up in a row opposite me in the square in front of the buildings. What an extraordinary change. What a difference from the last time I was here. The first time I came, there was scarcely a British troop in the town. I drove right into it. Germans were everywhere. Field marshals, generals, admirals, Luftwaffe tycoons, every kind of high-ranking officer and members of this phantom government were in this building and milling about outside it. Now the place is full of British troops and lines of Germans stand with their faces to the wall and their hands above their heads as they're being searched by British soldiers. Out of the building comes the whole of the phantom German government. Schwerin, Steengraft, Speer and many others are lined up with their hands behind their heads just outside the building. Admiral Dönitz is not inside. He's already gone down to Allied headquarters.
I've seen men I've only read about or watched in newsreels, Edie. It's more thrilling and fantastic than Frankenstein or No Old Kids for Miss Blandish. It's a story in a million. Just wait till I get home and tell you. Have you seen the English papers? We get them here. The Express and the Mail write about the arrest, and I've never seen such bunkum in all my life. Entirely untrue. They make it look as if the top brass arrived and arrested the right government men on the spot the moment they arrived. It was us, not the high-ups. Have you seen the photos of the German admirals and generals surrendering to our top brass with their hands up in the air? That was nothing more than a put-up job for the photographers. Makes me laugh the way the big shots step in when all the spade work's been done for them. Handful of majors, captains and privates done all the dirty work, not the Staff Control Commission. I never want to read a newspaper again.
It really is a beautiful country, isn't it? Breathtaking. Town's not a patch on the British ones, though.
Homesick?
A bit. It's terrifically lonely sometimes.
You mind if I give you a bit of advice, old boy?
Go ahead.
Watch out for that Dagmar Spiel. She's a real looker. But don't forget the wife and the kids. Yeah? At least don't let them find out.
God. I asked her to come with us today, but she wouldn't. We're not doing anything, you know, Bert.
I know, but people are noticing. Looks, little quiet conversations, that kind of thing.
I didn't realise.
You mind me saying something?
No, not really. I can't say it's not tempting, and Edie's a long way away, and so are the babes. And I get really... I don't know.
Well, being on your own without the family is one of the worst things out here.
I just wish I could get back home. But home doesn't seem real at the moment.
We passed through the border controls and drove into a tiny Danish village. A few little houses, a small cafe and a stream. There was a big pile of wood on the village green. Looked as if it was ready for a bonfire. There was a rough wooden arch with wild flowers around it. So pretty, Edie. I wish you could have seen it.
We stopped the Mercedes-Benz on the edge of the green and got out. 2 6-foot British soldiers in full uniform.
English? American? Welcome!
My God! You gave me a fright.
English! Not American. English!
Welcome! Very welcome!
Thank you! Thank you!
Come! Come!
This elderly man beckoned us across the green and stood by the little cafe.
Come! Come!
So we dried our feet on our handkerchiefs and put on our shoes and socks. By the time we'd gone over to join him, 3 small children, about 5 or 6 years of age, were standing beside him holding tiny bunches of flowers.
Well, go on, Frankie, take them. They're for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
English? Winston Churchill. King George.
That's right. King George, Queen Elizabeth, Princess Elizabeth, Princess Margaret Rose.
Didn't realise you were such a royalist, Frankie.
Stop smirking.
Anything. Here, anything. Take anything.
No, we can't. We'll pay. We want to pay.
No, all free. Schnapps, beer, brandy.
You know what I'd like more than anything, Bert?
Say it.
A glass of milk.
Spot on. Milk, please. For 2.
Milk? Milk? No alcohol?
Just milk, please. Watched by the children, he brought out 2 big mugs of milk. First fresh milk since I don't know when. Nectar of the gods, Edie. There were more people outside the door. Quite a little crowd. Most of them were carrying flowers.
Well, what's with the flowers? They can't all be for us.
The shopkeeper pointed to the flowers and then to the bonfire.
St. Hans offen. Festen.
Feast? Festival?
Yes, festen. Midsummer.
Midsummer? It must be big here. Big festival?
Yes, listen. Midsommerweizen.
He took one of the children by the shoulders and turned him to face us.
Midsommerweizen. Sing.
And then he stopped in embarrassment, poor little kid. Sir Bert and I clapped, and everyone began to clap as well.
This is for us.
Sing! English song! Sing!
Blimey, Frankie, what do we do?
Get singing. What else? And they all looked expectantly at us as I started and Bert joined in.
That's come on. While there's a country lane, wherever there's a cottage small.
And that's it. That's really the end of the war for me, Edie. Standing in a little village in Denmark at midsummer, singing not very well about England. I've come a long way from home. France, Holland, Germany, Denmark. People surrendering, people being arrested, camp survivors starving. I'm missing you, Edie. And I miss Barnsley. I'm waiting for the end of the year. I'm waiting to come home.
In Frankie Goes to Flensburg by Jennifer Howarth, Frankie was played by Paul Popplewell, Bert by Sam Troughton, and Sergeant Bristow by James Joyce. Dagmar, Nellie Harker, Edward Ward, Anthony Calf, Naval Officer, Mark Straker, Brigadier, Kim Wall, Major, Ian Masters, and OC was played by Anthony Howell. Frankie Goes to Flensburg was directed by Celia de Wolfe and was a peer production for BBC Radio.